Ah, shit. What's up, people? Yeah, it's morning. Good afternoon to wherever you be who might stumble across this playback. Hope everybody all right. I know some of y'all going through a rough winter still, but that ain't my problem, man. That ain't my problem. Y'all should have known better than to live in places like that. That ain't my problem. Wish y'all the best. Please go out and salt y'all driveways and scrape the sidewalks and run the Zamboni on the street, whatever y'all do. I don't know what y'all do in cold places. I don't know. Ice skate to work, whatever it is you people do when it's cold. Go ahead and do that today. You understand me? Go ahead, go do that today. Yeah, man. So I want to talk about the Josh Kelly loss. No, I picked Josh Kelly to lose. I've never been really impressed with Josh Kelly. I think Josh Kelly fights a style that he has no business fighting. He's not that good to be fighting that style. He fights a very arrogant style that suggests that he's better than he really is. And he's just not that good to be fighting that style. Very hands down, no jab really. So he lost against David Avanesian. I picked Avanesian to stop Josh Kelly because I just think Josh Kelly's not that good of a fighter yet. I think his fighting style, his fighting style is all wrong. I think he's somebody who thinks he's better than he really is. And the truth is, he's faced some tough competition very early on. And I'm kind of wondering if this was by design of his handler, Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn and what's his name, Booth. I don't know if Booth is his manager also. Adam Booth is his manager also, but he's been pushed pretty quickly. And when he fought the Ray Robinson fight, that should have been a sign for them to pump the brakes a little bit. Pump the brakes a little bit. But they pushed forward. They had another gritty fight with Campos. What's up? What's up, EJ Boxing? They had another gritty fight with Campos. And again, Josh Kelly is not that good. You know what I'm saying? He fights like he fights like, again, he fights a style that suggests he's a better fighter than he really is at this stage of his career. He doesn't really have a jab, and he don't really carry power. So I guess his whole thing is he's slick. He can do all this fancy shit in the ring. But when he starts slowing down, which is pretty quick because he starts slowing down quick, doesn't really have a big gas stand. And I don't know if the cause of that is because he's not really a welterweight, and he needs to move up in weight. But he slows down pretty quickly. And once it slows down, that's when these guys get a chance to exploit him. That's when they get a chance to really make it a stink fight, make it a really gritty junkyard dogs type fight. And he's not really prepared for that. He cuts up real easy. That's not his fault. That's just him. But when all this shucking and jiving and all the slick shit goes away, he not nearly the same fighter. In the Avanesian fight, early on, this guy was doing all types of shit. I mean, doing everything. Ducking and dodging and quick strikes and all this shit. And I just remember watching the fight and be like, yeah, you're gonna slow down. You're gonna slow down just now. Watch. And then it got to a point where he was taunting Avanesian, right? Showing him his body and laughing at him and doing all this shit. And Avanesian just kept coming. Just kept coming. Because he stayed focused and knew that, like everybody else knew, you're going to slow down eventually. And when you do slow down, I got you. And that's what happened. But to a lot of the people who do the normal thing of, oh, my favorite fighter would have done this, and Josh Kelly is not as good as my favorite fighter, and blah blah blah. The number one name that keeps coming up that I've seen on social media is Jaron Ennis, Boots Ennis. And I keep asking people, by what margin, by what bar are you judging Jaron Ennis? Jaron Ennis has had almost 30 fights? That man ain't fought nobody. Nobody. So what exactly you're using to judge Jaron Ennis about what he would do and could do and how he's so much better than Josh Kelly? What are you using to judge that? Josh Kelly has fought Ray Robinson, a guy who made Kavalauskas look, shaky. Look shaky. You know what I'm saying? He's fought, what's up, Justin Trouble? And then he's fought Avanesian, a guy who has fought these other guys, who's been there, tough guys. You know what I'm saying? So, by what bar are you comparing Josh Kelly to Jaron Ennis? Jaron Ennis ain't fought nobody. I don't think Josh Kelly is that good yet, but you have to give the man credit that he's ballsy and he took these fights when he didn't have to. Very early in his career, Jaron Ennis. So, what are you using to judge Jaron Ennis, though? It's just really interesting, right? Because I find the whole behavior of some boxing fans is you wait for somebody else to fall down so you can use that fall to uplift your favorite fighter. It don't work like that. You don't get props by osmosis. You don't get props by somebody else failing. You get props by what you do. And it's the usual suspects. The same people that gave Deontay Wilder props when Andy Ruiz beat up Anthony Joshua. Same people. So while I don't think Josh Kelly's no special fighter, I know exactly how to gauge him now, that he's not there yet. That maybe they do need to pull him back, like how they're trying to pull back Hughie Fury and start them over again, slower, moving up this time. Because Hughie Fury also was put out there very early in his career. Pretty early. So I'm really wondering, like, how are you giving other people props for shit that they didn't do? Oh, Jaron Ennis would do this to Avanesian. He would do that to Avanesian, yeah? Well, let's see Jaron Ennis fight Avanesian next. Let's see Jaron Ennis fight Ray Robinson next. You can't give people accolades for what they have not done. So you can't use Josh Kelly failing to uplift this guy who is still showing no signs that he's gonna fight nobody. Who's Jaron Ennis' next fight? Who's his next fight? Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. Let's see. UK in the house, the man EJ. Eddie Hearn don't care for them guys. I disagree with you. Not about care. The fights are presented. You take them or you don't take them. I'm not sure Eddie Hearn is forcing anybody to take any fights. But what up, Abs? But Josh Kelly fought those fights. He fought tough fights. Very tough fights. Very tough fights. But in my opinion, after the Ray Robinson fight, exactly, Abs. Kelly thinks he's better than he is. He thinks he's better than he is. Thinks he's better. His fighting style is of somebody who should be better, but he's not that level yet. He don't have that power. Yo, peace, boxing god, Orleans, New Orleans in the chat. Josh Kelly fights like somebody who is years advanced, who has more power. You can't fight that style and you don't have no power. He didn't have Avanesian in no trouble like he was gonna stop him. Like when you fight that style, to me, you should be a powerful counter puncher. When people come in and you hit them, it stings them. But he couldn't keep Avanesian off him. He still don't really have a jab. Still don't really have a jab. I don't like the fact that you bring the jab from all the way down by your knees, bring it up to hit nobody with. I don't like that. He fought like David Haye. Isn't Adam Booth? Did Adam Booth train David Haye at one time? I don't know. If Adam Booth did train David Haye, it would make sense. Eddie being big up their heads, mate. Yes, Eddie hyped them up. Okay, so what? Hey, EJ, you gotta work out whatever issues you have with Eddie Hearn, man. You got a lot of issues with Eddie Hearn, bro. You gotta work that out with Reggie. Exactly, that's his style. EJ, that's Eddie's job to hype them up. It's his job to hype them up, but it ain't his job to tell them, look here, you're gonna take this for whatever. You gotta work that shit out with Eddie Hearn. Right? I need to see an interview with EJ Boxing and Eddie Hearn. He trained Hayes, Groves, Burton, all low left hand. See? But that style for Josh Kelly don't work. It don't work. It don't work. I remember people telling me that, on social media, on Twitter, that, nah, man, Josh Kelly gonna do this. I'm like, what? Have you seen Josh Kelly fight? Josh Kelly is not that good. He is not that good. The man has, I was telling Rafi Dawkins that Josh Kelly has the gas tank of that Lamborghini they repossessed from Kinahan. You get like 10 miles to the gallon. It's fast off the line, looks good off the line, but before you know it, you're pulling into the gas station. Guy's terrible. This fight with Avanesian, right, was delayed a good while. That's when Neil Marsh and Booth had this back and forth about if Josh Kelly was really sick and blah blah blah. You mean to tell me you had extra time and you still couldn't plan for this? We knew. Listen, if you watched Josh Kelly fight, you knew what was coming. He's gonna start fast, he's gonna slow down, and you're gonna drag him into deep waters. All this is true, but I'm not gonna allow y'all to use his failure to uplift your favorite fighter. I just said it. The number one person I keep seeing is Jaron Ennis. And I need to know by what measuring stick are you judging Jaron Ennis? Jaron Ennis ain't fought nobody. Nobody. Josh Kelly has fought much tougher competition. Competition he probably shouldn't be fighting, by the way. But he pushed himself. He tried and he failed. A lot of your favorite fighters not even trying. And I'm talking about fighters who are supposedly pay-per-view stars, so they ain't even trying, bro. A lot of your favorite fighters are so-called pay-per-view guys, and them dudes ain't even trying. They're dragging up people from lower weight classes to knock them out. They ain't even trying. Who's that? Let's see what we got here. You got Aobs and EJ going back and forth. Eddie says, EJ saying, sorry, EJ, my bad, bro. I didn't know you're a big time guy like that. Sorry, my bad, my virgin. You know that. It's Kelly and Booth's fault for not learning lessons. I agree. Bro, from the Ray Robinson fight, that should have taught you something. Josh Kelly don't look no different to how he did in the Ray Robinson fight. He told me he's putting Maul to the fire. I don't have no problem with that, EJ. You know, either you take the fight and do something, or just don't take the fight. That's right, Rafi. 14 miles to the gallon. Fast off the line, but fast off the line straight into the gas station. Please smash the like button. Justin Trouble says, I agree. I wish these so-called pay-per-view stars would step up in competition. Let me tell you something, man. While I don't think Josh Kelly's that good, Josh Kelly tried. He tried. Some motherfuckers ain't trying nothing. Hey, hold on, man. Got a phone call. Got a phone call. Yeah, man, Justin Trouble. A lot of these pay-per-view stars need to step up. So I'm saying, bro, you're not going to use Josh Kelly failing in his step-up fights to justify your favorite fighters not even trying to step up. Dudes out here ducking, telling you how much of an A-side they are. Not trying, bro. I'm not going to sit here and allow this. Josh Kelly tried. Josh Kelly failed. He'll come again. Peace. Now let me share the link. Anybody want to jump on? Remember, I'm not here for no long time, bro. Not here for no long time. So we're going to talk about today people who are not trying. What's wrong with these boxers today is that they strategically duck one another to remain undefeated instead of going out on a limb. Hey, man, that's all I'm saying, Justin Trouble. That's all I'm saying, Chief. There are people out here talking about what they would do and what they, Josh Kelly ain't that good. Boots would have done this and Boots would have done that. What? How you know what Boots would have done? How you know? Dudes out here talking, I'm a pay-per-view star. I'm a drag up another 126 pounder. Josh Kelly lost, but you're not going to use this man's failure to hype up your favorite duck fighter. A lot of y'all, a bunch of ducks out here fighting, don't want to fight each other to be king of the pond. What does that say when all you do is talk about how good your favorite fighter is? Let me tell you something. I remember when the whole Wilder situation was going on, when Wilder was a champ. People would tell me what Wilder would do, and I was like, well, he need to take one of these fights and actually do it. He need to take one of these fights and actually do it. Anthony Joshua loses. Deontay Wilder comes out, and people are, yeah, champ, you the man, champ. See, I told you the man. Why are you giving this man props for something Andy Ruiz did? I don't understand. Anybody want to get on? Get on now. You got people out here telling me I shouldn't give flame to the Duck King himself, Ryan Garcia. He has a chance to fight for a championship belt. He's ducking the fight. Yet people out here saying, well, Ryan the man. Yeah, man, he the man. He this, he that. When it comes time to really try, when it comes time to try, a lot of these guys shy away. One thing I will say about Josh Kelly, he didn't shy away. He didn't shy away. He fought the fights. Good day, sir.
Peace, King.
What's going on with you, man?
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I got my guy, Rafi. Rafi, what's up?
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
All good. Order.
Blessed.
Yeah, man. This morning we're talking about people who don't try, but want to jump down people's throat who do try.
Yeah, I'm just here for 2 seconds, literally 2 minutes, literally. Big up the chat, big up Iron Kong, big up Black Horseman. Yeah, my thing is this, pure and simple. You have to applaud the guys who go for it, and you have to berate. You have to berate the guys who don't. You have to applaud Shakur Stevenson just coming out, says he wants Valdez next or after next. That's the kind of fighter you can applaud, you know, going for it, or trying to unify at least. Those guys you have to applaud. The rest of the mans you have to berate. It's very, very simple in my book.
There you go. I agree. Black.
Yes, sir. My bad, man. But you said the topic was people are criticizing dudes that want to go after it.
Like, for instance, I'm using Josh Kelly. So Josh Kelly loses his fight, and you go on social media, and you know, and people are, it's like people are using his loss to hype up somebody like, say, Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis ain't fought nobody, even on the level of who Josh Kelly has fought. So it's like they're hyping up people who not fighting nobody because somebody who did fight somebody lost. So what, you know, so I'm saying don't use Josh Kelly's loss when he tried to hype up other people who ain't trying, bro.
Yeah, we see a lot of that going on in this era. That's why I use the Devin Haney disappointment face all the time, man. It's a disappointing era. But yeah, I definitely see that all the time. What you're talking about, man. Yeah, they be like, see, I told y'all he won shit. That's why Jaron Ennis pound for pound. You saw how Josh Kelly lost? So they'll use dumb analogies and use examples to prove that somebody else is better than what, you know, paper says. But when you mention Jaron Ennis, like you said, man, he ain't fought nobody in probably in the top 50 yet. So he gonna have to do something.
There you go.
And there you go. And also people tend to forget that when the careers are over and you look at what they actually did, there's going to be no, you can't sugarcoat what they did, or rather what they didn't do. The ones who didn't challenge themselves, there'll be no sugarcoating that. The record books will show you didn't fight this guy, why not? You didn't fight that guy, why not? You didn't fight this other guy, why not? You never unified once, why not?
But they'll have the fanciest walk in.
Yeah.
And the best outfit on.
Yeah, you got the fanciest outfit on. Some devil worship outfit. You know, yeah, the record books ain't gonna show your outfit.
Right, exactly.
That's right.
So it's gonna be a question of what you did and what you didn't do. Pure and simple.
Who you fought, who you didn't fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna be one of them old dudes telling my grandkids, yeah, that man was a duck. He is a motherfucking duck. See him? I'm gonna be one of them.
Yeah. 100. But guys, you know something? I'm just dipping in and dipping out. Blessed to you, Kong, Black Horseman, and the chat. I'm out.
You say,
yeah,
bro.
man. Easy, Rafi.
Order.
Order. Yeah, man. Bless up to Rafi Dawkins. Please go to the man channel. Subscribe to the man channel. Nice lives to be having, man. So I'm saying, Black, like I'm not gonna just allow nobody to like. I picked Josh Kelly to lose. I thought he lost the Ray Robinson fight, right? And I thought they should have pumped the brakes on him after the Ray Robinson fight because his fighting style is for somebody who should be better. He's not better, right?
Right.
But he didn't shy away from his fights.
Right.
He said, "Look here, man. I don't have a lot of fights in here, but I'm ready to go. Let's go. Let me have these fights. Let me have the fights." You know what I'm saying? So at least we know, Black, where Josh Kelly is.
Mm-hmm.
Where's his level? We know where his level is. But a lot of these dudes who they're hyping up, we don't really know where their level is. We don't really know.
That's a fact. So we will never find out what a lot of these guys' level is because they're not stepping up. But yeah, that's a good point that you made about Josh Kelly. We know his level is because he's stepping up. He went from, Robinson to Avanesian. So he wasn't trying to take a step back. He's still trying to test himself and try to improve on his what he did in the last fight, which was a draw, and he came up short. It is what it is. It's boxing, but he don't lose no respect. He don't lose no respect for that.
Right. I got EJ Boxing. What's up to the man EJ?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's it? Is it Black? What's his name again?
Black Horseman.
Black Horseman. What's up, Black? What's up, Black Horseman? How you doing, bro? What's up to the chat? Now, here we go. Now, like, so this is what I'm saying. He don't care about them now. If you really care about your fighters, you build them the right way. Why you give him a rematch against Ray Robinson? To me, Ray Robinson won the fight. You know what I mean? So it's a close. I feel like it was a draw. You run it back. That's what I'm saying. And now in running it back, lose or draw because it was a close fight. We got regardless. Even though I had Ray Robinson winning on the scorecards that it a draw, then you go a step closer to what you're doing. Now, Abenisi, on the other hand, he been over there hungry, fighting Shane Mosley, fighting here, fighting there. Guy's starving. And as you guys pointed out, Josh Kelly, he's got sponsors, he's got this, the other. You know what I mean? The kid going like he's made it already. So when you put a guy into that situation, a guy who's basically got all the sponsors, all the deals, Eddie Hearn blowing your horn, and you got another guy who over there who's starving, that's what's gonna happen, bro. That's what I said. Eddie Hearn don't. When I say Eddie Hearn don't care about them, you do things the right way. You build them appropriately. We got levels over here, which in England we've been doing for years, right? Eddie Hearn probably, obviously, when he took over in 2015 when he took over, maybe he doesn't know. This is what we usually do over here. You win the British, the Commonwealth, the European. Defend the European level. While you're at European level, right? And that's what that guy is. What's his name? Adeyusin. He's like European level, fringe world level. You keep them there. But see, with Josh Kelly, it's like you go up and down the levels. And that's why I said he don't care. And then you saw with Josh Warrington. Now, you're saying it's not Eddie Hearn's fault. Now, in regards, to that, you look at it like this. It's like, okay, he gives the opponents, you say yes or no, and you take the opponents. But really and truly, if you're trying to build guys, you just do things. He ain't even hold a British title. He hasn't hold a Commonwealth title. You know what I mean? He ain't even a European title. What, he got international title? So that's what I'm saying to you when I say he don't care about them. If you care about, you build them the right way in the UK. In America, I think you got NBA titles and you got certain titles. Maybe people go for that, like, you know what I mean? There's levels where you do, especially in the pros, that shows that, to show your level where you're going at, you know what I mean? And if you have a close fight or a fight that is contentious, which Ray Robinson was, you run it back. And that's what I'm talking about. He don't care about the fight. Josh Warrington did it to himself. He got too complacent. He don't want to fight Kid Gallagher. He don't want to fight that guy. And that's the real reason why he was off for a year. He's talking about fan bases. I don't want to fight this guy, or that guy. So they go, okay, I'll give you a Mexican guy. And I'm thinking that guy, Mexican guy, he must talk to Canelo or someone like that. Say, we got any Mexicans down here? Go, yeah, I'll give you one. Mauricio Lara. And that's what happened there. Now, I'm trying to say to you, when I mean he don't care to, it's not like Eddie Hearn's a bad promoter. Nothing to do with that. He's an excellent promoter. Anytime he says anything, people listen. So it's not that. I'm just talking about in regards to building the fighters and giving them the right fights at the right time and telling the truth. Why are you making a big thing about Azafar Barrett's loss or win against Kiko Martinez, but you don't say nothing about Katie Taylor? Katie Taylor's there, and she blatantly looked like, to me, the other girl won, and you don't say nothing about that. And I haven't got no problem with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn told me I've been Eddie Hearn loads of times when I used to go to the media thing. He told me from then, and he kept it still now. He don't mind throwing the guys to the fire. I want to see if they can really fight.
That's what I like
That's
about
what
Eddie.
he's been doing.
Eddie would throw him in the gauntlet.
Well, let me be clear. I don't mind putting guys in the fire. I don't want to see these guys. Let me tell you something. One thing I really hate, EJ, about boxing, which is really should really get to me, is like these guys have some super padded records. You see, when he pushed Anthony Joshua, because Anthony Joshua came through really quick, right? Came through really quick.
Yeah.
And people didn't like Joshua because of that. Like people were like, oh, you know,
like, who's this
people
dude
were like
on the scene?
Exactly.
Yeah.
People were mad at him because he was like, look, bro, I don't want to wait around too much. Let's just go. Right. Eddie Hearn said, you want to go? No problem. I'm gonna give you the opportunity. Go ahead. Right. So what I'm not gonna do is allow nobody. And I get what you're saying, EJ. I hear you. But I'm saying, like, bro, I'm not gonna just let y'all shit on Josh Kelly for trying when a lot of y'all got like 20-something fights of nobodies. You know what I'm saying? What?
Right.
Who's that you're talking about? Who's that you're talking about?
They got people.
Just the
people trying to hype
up coming towards Kelly, whereas they'll give a pass. They'll try to hype other dudes who ain't been in there with no top dudes at all.
Yeah, which guys you talking about?
Bro, they got people trying to hype Jaron Ennis. I'm like, bro, what bar are you using?
You talking on America? Eddie Hearn's not involved in them, though.
No,
you got to understand, EJ. Like, you know, y'all have y'all perspective over there, but over here we kind of see it a little different. But that's where Iron Kong coming from too.
You're talking about in America? Okay, I got you now. So Josh Ennis is one of the guys where you feel he ain't paid his dues to get where he is in a minute. Okay, I got you now.
No, but he ain't. But that's the thing. Yeah. Go ahead, Black.
No. Well, he basically saying like, but Kelly will get shitted on, right? But they'll hype a Jaron Ennis who's out here who ain't did shit, right?
No, like, you know what it is in the UK. But listen, see, the thing is, what I'm trying to say, the reason why is because what most of the guys are saying is saying that he ain't done what I just pointed out. The British and the Commonwealth. That's what the critique.
No, I got you, EJ. I got you, EJ.
Yeah,
I understand what you're saying.
On that.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, I got you. What I'm saying is, after the fight was done, right? You go on social media, and you see people like, oh, Kelly sucks. Jaron Ennis would have done this. Jaron Ennis would have done that.
Okay.
He would have done this. Okay. I'm like, how you know Jaron Ennis? How you know? The man ain't fought nobody, bro.
They seen somebody lose and then use that as fuel to hype somebody who ain't never even stepped up.
Okay, I got you. Oh yeah. They think that shouldn't. Yeah, that ain't right, man. That ain't right, man. Because he ain't done nothing either. So what ain't like?
That's where the flame coming from right now.
Okay, I got you.
Don't use people's downfalls to hype your favorite fighter when your favorite fighter ain't doing shit, bro.
Yeah, let your guy.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't.
Yeah. Because he trusted himself, but my man ain't even done that. That's what I say. Okay.
Nothing. Justin Trouble said it perfectly. The man said, "What's wrong with these boxers today? They strategically duck one another to remain undefeated instead of going out on a limb and fighting each other. Bro, just try.
Yeah.
Just try." You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes are not even trying. Josh Kelly ain't that good of a fighter. I think it was Yahoo said, I think it was you, EJ, and I think Aabs told me that Adam Booth has a certain style. Mm-hmm. He trains all these dudes the same way. It works for some people. It don't work for Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly don't have no gas tank like that to be hopping around and bouncing around and doing all this shit and taunting people and all this. All the fighters know already. They already know. All you have to do is wait. He gonna slow down. Mm-hmm. He gonna slow down. All you have to do is wait. He gonna slow down, 4th or 5th round, and then that's it. You have a chance. You have a chance. So I don't know if Adam Booth is incapable of training people another way, but something needs to be done for this kid because.
But this is I think this is a trend over boxing overall. Now, what we're talking about is people getting hyped, but then this is the influx of social media. Now, we're in a social media era where, this is what happens, you know what I mean? Dudes can get some followings and they got certain YouTube people on Instagram and they think they made it when they ain't done shit already. And people are hyping them behind it. That's the where we at. But the thing is, the truth, the cream will always rise to the top. You know what I'm trying to say? But in terms of like cream rising to the top, you have to go through the levels of thing. But I agree with you guys in terms of bringing up, boosting up another guy to put another guy down. That happens all the time in boxing. You know what I mean? I agree with you 100% on that one. I can't think. But my point was when I said to you about Eddie Hearn, and I guess I'm just talking from the UK perspective. I feel like he's got so many fighters on his roster. He's like, look, I got your fight against. Look, if you win this fight, you're gonna, think about it. Josh Kelly wins that fight. And they boost him up all over the place. He's going to be a next world champion, this, that, the other. But if you lose the fight, Eddie's like, we're not, and you don't really lose. You stay in the pack. I put your domestic. So that's what Eddie has given them opportunities. I just don't think they're ready for the opportunities that they're getting ready. But like I said, we have to find out with some of the American guys yet when they step up. You know what I mean? When they step up, then they'll be held to accountable as well. But with the UK, as it is with Josh Warrington, everyone's back reeling because this guy was put up as the best guy in the division over Gary Russell Jr., who's proven himself, like real talk. And then what happened? It was calamity, bro. Yo, bro, he said, I can't. Hey, listen, England still not recovered up to now. That's what I was.
You think Gary Russell has proven himself?
He's proven himself better than Josh Warrington.
How?
He beat Johnny. What's his name again? Johnny. What's his guy? The guy who knocked out Abner Maris. Abner Maris is considered one of the best guys in the division. And Johnny. What's his name again? Johnny Fink knocked him out. So when Gary Russell beat him,
Josh Warrington beat Frampton and Galahad. That's not.
They're not better. They're not better than Abner Maris. Abner Maris is better than them.
Abner Maris. Who's the best? Abner Maris.
Abner Maris was the unified champion at the back.
Hold on. Abner Maris lost to Leo Santa Cruz.
I know.
His best win. What was the dude Tank knocked out for the WBA belt?
But listen. Who? If I go to who did Frampton? No, but Frampton. Okay, who did Frampton beat?
Frampton beat
Santa Cruz, and Santa Cruz beat him. So who else did he beat?
Yeah, Frampton beat Santa Cruz, and Abner lost to Leo Santa Cruz.
Yeah, but but what I'm saying to you is that it's Johnny Gonzalez. That's his name, right? Johnny Gonzalez knocked Abner Maris out. Abner Maris was the unified champion at the bantamweight level. Abner Maris was coming in with gusto, and he got the belt. He got the belt at the super bantamweight. When he went in there, at featherweight. When he got there, Johnny Gonzalez knocked him out, and then Gary Russell Jr. knocked him out. These are proven world level. When you talk about Frampton, when Frampton got world level, the only guy I know he beat was Santa Cruz, and they gave him the Fire of the Year. Other than that
was his best victory. That was
I don't know any other guy, any other proven guy. Kiko Martinez. Martinez. I don't. Yeah, go on.
Gary Russell ain't proven. Check.
Gary Russell's got better. Gary Russell's better than Josh Warrington, bro. He's better than Josh Warrington.
That's your opinion. Nobody who fights annually.
I got facts. The back. He's got better resume. He fought Lomachenko. I know he lost to Lomachenko, but he also beat Johnny. Yeah, but he bet. But who? Josh Warrington. You could listen. The UK guys, Frampton and Lee Selby. Who's the best when Lee Selby beat? Because I know he was losing against Eric Hunter. Yeah, like he ain't got no good wins. Gradovich. Thingy Gradovich. You know what I mean? Like, so what I'm saying, like these dudes, look, all these dudes, but they were saying he was the best. So the loss was so humongous that people in the UK are questioning the whole thing, like looking on this whole thing and thinking, wow, what's going on? Our guys as good as we are.
EJ, since you're talking about Warrington, like what happened? What's your thoughts on that fight not happening? Russell and Warrington.
Oh, if they happen?
No, that was supposed to happen. I think they said
Russell,
Eddie
said no.
Russell turned down the money.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He didn't want to get the pay. I think that's dumb. Should have took the money and went over there.
Hey man, so just like how Con was talking about, hey, we're not gonna give nobody credit for somebody else's loss.
Exactly.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying right now he's the best now, isn't he? Jared Russell's the best now. At the time, he was saying that. Because Warren, he lost to a guy that's not even ranked in the top 25 in the world.
Well, that guy's the best. That guy's the best now.
No. When he fought Warren, where was he ranked? He wasn't ranked in the top 30, bro.
Hold on, no problem. 1-2 kid, what's up?
Yeah, I was just going to say that Frampton also beat Nonito Donaire.
Yeah, that's what it was. Donaire, he beat Donaire, and Donaire went. We already know Donaire. So I think Warrington definitely had the better.
That's a decent name. I'm just saying just for the sake of argument.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right, go ahead, bro. You give your take. Give your take, because I burn up here. Go ahead.
One, two, kid. Why are people using other people's failures to hype up their favorite fighter, bro?
Because people ain't fighting nobody. That's all it is, man. And that's all it is. And that's why these guys have to justify themselves on Twitter, because they don't do it in the ring. And that's how they try to stay relevant.
Twitter banging.
Yeah, they Twitter banging. They capping, you know. And if they're not willing to mix it up, if they're not willing to mix it up in the ring, then that tells you everything. You know what I'm saying? That's
Twitter
it.
banging. That's a good one. That's a good one. I never heard that one.
I'm not gonna sit here and let people use people's failures to hype up their guy. You are here with 20-something fights. You know, your next fight there, you know, gonna be against nobody again.
Hey, you know they did that with AJ lost Iron Kong.
Oh yeah, after my guy sent out that estrogen laced letter on Twitter. Oh, you know, his whole career was laced with mirrors and illusions. I'm like, well, shut up, you didn't write that. You didn't write that.
And notice the energy that even the fighters ran with that loss too, because I mean, Wilder was like one champion, one name. We're gonna unify all the belts, and then when AJ got it back, all that shit went out the window.
Yeah, that's facts though. That's fact. He was like, nah, that fight ain't gonna never happen. I'm like, what? You just was gonna fight Ruiz. You were Ruiz was sweating in a suit on TV saying, yeah, you know, I'm gonna knock Anthony Joshua out again, and we're gonna unify the divisions or whatever. And then Anthony Joshua gets his belts back. Then it's nah, the fight's not gonna happen. I'm gonna fight Tyson Fury next, huh?
Yeah. I got Ortiz
now look
again.
I got Ortiz again and whatever. Man, look, I'm saying is boxing has an issue where it tends to coddle its fighters a little bit too much. I don't see this in a lot of other combat sports. I don't see it like this in boxing. Usually in other combat sports, you win one or two, you look good, and you pretty much gonna fight for the belt. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna fight. But in boxing, for some reason, dudes are allowed to have 30-something fights and be a baby still. So nah, he's just a baby champion. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, we're not gonna let him fight. But Josh Kelly fights for European Championship, and it's oh, you know, Josh Kelly is this, and he, you know, my favorite fighter would do this to Avanesian. But go ahead then. How about we have a Jaron Ennis versus Avanesian fight? How about that? How about we see Josh?
Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
How about that? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if Avanesian is no world beater. He probably not. But all I'm saying is Avanesian could probably beat the people on Jaron Ennis's record.
Right.
You know I'm saying
probably, yeah.
I think he lost to Mean Machine.
Yeah. And another guy who Ray Robinson fought. Mean Machine is what's his last? His real last name. Kavalauskas?
Yeah, I don't want to butcher his name. That's why I always call me.
Right. But whatever his name is, Ray Robinson fought Kavalauskas and took him to a draw. Made the guy look average in a way. Josh Kelly fought him in Madison Square Garden. Lots of pressure. I thought he lost the fight. He didn't look. I thought he lost the fight, but he fought that man anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why are we only...
You like the fact that he challenged himself.
Yeah.
Bro, he tried. You got Frank Warren out here. No, it was terrible. And all this nonsense. You know, all this bullshit, man. So what do you want these fighters to do? You complain when they don't fight. When they do fight people, and if they lose, you still complain.
But which people are you talking about complaining? Which people we talking about here?
We're talking about these some of these boxing fans who complain about everything, bro.
Yeah, man. You're damned if you are, you're damned if you don't, man.
You can't do nothing right. Nothing right. No, man. You don't fight, you're ducking.
But that's best to tune them guys out, man, and enjoy the fights. Because was you entertained? And was the Kelly fight entertaining? Hell yeah, it was, man. And you know what I mean? And you're happy for the winner. And that's how boxing's supposed to be, and you move on. Like if the dude's gonna get criticized, but that's what fighters, you understand? When the negativity comes their way, Josh Kelly has the chance, like Joshua did, to get back in the ring and prove his doubters wrong. That's what that some people thrive off the negativity, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I really think like these people care enough to give their complaints, but these people, like I said, like with boxing saying good things or negative, it's just part of the sport what we're in. You know what I mean? You're either one side, you're the other, and then your guy, this guy. You know what I mean? Everyone has to take a loss at some time, but was you entertained? And you know what I mean? Like a lot of people care about the belts. I already care about the belts. Care about the fights and were they entertaining and they were. You know what I mean?
Hold on, EJ. I've never seen AOBs on a stream before. This the real AOBs?
Yeah.
Comes with my one. He came with my one the other day.
Unmute.
Is this AOBs for real? Or is it troll?
No.
Yo.
Yes,
Hello, hear me? Hey, what's going on, Iron Kong?
Hey, AOBs. Oi. What's going on, man?
It was good. I got a few minutes before I have to go back to work, so I thought I'd just jump on because I heard EJ chatting some nonsense.
Oh, here we go. He's always coming at me, bro. Oh, what is it today? He's always my man's always. Hey, listen, my man gives me joke all the time,
Hold on. AOBs, go ahead, bro. You got it, floor.
Okay. My thing is, EJ hates Eddie Hearn. This is not Eddie Hearn's fault. If you've been following Josh Kelly and Adam Booth, they've been talking crazy for like the last year, saying they're gonna beat Avanesian, they're ready. Adam Booth, I think he manages all of his fighters, and this is how he pushes them. He trains all his fighters the same way, he manages them the same way. He trains them with all that David Haye style, low left hand, counter punching on the back foot. If you haven't got power, that is not gonna work for you. Also, if you've seen Eddie Hearn's been saying this is a tough fight, it's earlier than we would like it, but Adam Booth has been saying we're gonna beat this guy. I've been watching him. We know what to do to beat him. This is Adam Booth's fault. It is not Eddie Hearn's fault. You just got to see that.
Yeah. So why didn't he go against Ray Robinson again?
Why should he go against Ray Robinson?
Because Ray Robinson won the fight, and it was a draw. Like that's a close fight. Why didn't he go back in there again? That's what I'm saying. Like you're going against Adenisian, who beat Shane Mosley. He beat Shane Mosley. He's obviously, you could clearly see that he's leveled above, right? So why would you're putting him in too far, in too deep? That's what I'm saying. Like Ray Robinson,
what does that have to do with Avanesian? That's two separate issues.
Yeah, because I'm saying, my point was to say Eddie Hearn don't care about his fighters, because if you did, you wouldn't put him against Avanesian. I don't care what Eddie Hearn's saying. Like I'm saying to you, they're skipping levels. So that's where you missed the point. What I'm talking about. He should have went back in with Ray Robinson. That's my point.
Does Eddie Hearn care about him?
He was the last guy to beat Shane Mosley, bro. I mean, that don't ring bells. I don't know what for. He beat Shane Mosley out of sight. So how the heck is Josh Kelly gonna go in there and think he gonna beat him when he beat Shane Mosley and other guys on the road?
Does Eddie Hearn care about AJ?
No, I'm saying this. No, I'm saying to you, bro. No, not really. You don't care about AJ as well. You want me to go there? I'll go there as well. You don't care about
real quick. Hold
on. Go ahead, Black.
No, I'm trying to get the order for you.
Hey, let me let AOBs go ahead, because AOBs wants to go back to work. AOBs, go ahead, man. AOBs going back to work?
My point is just that it's not Adam Booth is to blame here, because he moves his fighters fast all the time, and he trains them the same way. Saturday night had nothing to do with Eddie Hearn. It's Adam Booth, and the fact they've been ducking Avanesian because they pushed this fight back several times, because I think they knew that he weren't ready, but they were just going to chance it the same way that he did with David Haye, where they took risks and it worked out because David Haye has power, but Josh Kelly doesn't have the power to bail him out. So Eddie Hearn manages his fight, and he moves his fight as well. Because I think if it was up to him, he would have moved them to European. He does the British, European, and then they now do the title elimination and then go for a title. That's the way he likes. He likes to position them in a mandatory situation.
Because I've seen Eddie Hearn put his guys in there for the British title before. I've seen him do that with Cheeseman. Joshua won the British. Dillian won the British. I think Okoli won the British. So Eddie Hearn goes through the levels, but for some reason. It did seem strange to me that why is Josh Kelly like being so then, as you said, Adam Booth seems to wants to risk it. He said, okay, go ahead. So Eddie Hearn is like, look, I have the fights. if you want this fight, I can make it available to you. He's your fighter. He's managed by you. I'll give him the slot and I'll promote the fight. But whatever. It's like Huey Fury, right? Huey Fury fought all these people he wasn't ready for. And then Eddie Hearn now has to pull it back and bring him back to Marius Wack and these people, build him slow again.
Yeah, there you go.
So
there you go. That's what I'm saying. I can keep going on, man. And you talk about Cheeseman, bro? He lost against the European level, so he gone back down
British.
Again.
Yeah, but
no,
British,
he lost. He won the British and he lost against the European.
But hold on, EJ. You said the levels are British, then European.
No, I didn't say that. No, that's what you're saying. I said Commonwealth, British, and European. Cheeseman lost at the European level. He lost at the European
is above
level.
Commonwealth, right? So anyway, what I'm saying is
Commonwealth and British, they go together.
EJ, let it rip.
No, EJ, hold on. Nobody fights for Commonwealth no more. The British
yes,
belt.
They do. AJ and Dillian
hold on. Hold on. I've seen the Commonwealth belt. I can see the Commonwealth belt is usually wrapped with the British belt, right?
Yes.
What I'm saying is after you pass that level, it's European. Cheeseman got the British belt, then he fought the European champ and
he lost. Yes.
So he did go through the levels and he lost.
No, but I'm saying with Kelly. No. What I'm trying to say with Kelly, he didn't do that. And I'm saying to you right now, when you go British levels, what you're saying, there's no defenses though. There's no defenses. When you win the British and Commonwealth, right? You have to win the belt 3 or 4 times, then you get it outright. What happens is they win the British, they drop it. So it's like you're doing it for rankings. You're not doing it to learning. And I'm trying to say it's the learning process they're going through, going too fast. That's what I'm saying to you. But Abs, you're saying the same thing I'm saying. If you're saying that my man had too much power, then you're saying the same thing I was just saying.
But I said that in my opening statement. I said
no. Abs was talking to me. Abs was saying to me, he's
what I'm saying to you is what you're saying about him, what you and Abs are saying about me, about him not having power. I said that his fighting style suggests that he has more power and he's better than he is. He don't have no power.
Yeah,
that guy couldn't keep Avanesian off him. Avanesian was like, I'm gonna keep walking forward, and you're gonna keep punching me, but you can't hurt me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Go. That's what I'm saying. Should he? That's my question is, should he have fought him? That's what my question was.
He didn't.
In my opinion,
I know we did fight him. We tried to.
In my opinion, Josh Kelly needs a lot more seasoning. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. This one. There you go. So we agree with each other.
But I didn't say you're right. Hey, Abs, go ahead. You had more to say because I know you say you're at work. Because I'm at work too. So go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no. I think we all agree, to be honest. But just EJ, Eddie has loads of. If we look at AJ, look at Callum Smith, even Liam Smith, they all go through the levels. So this is not an Eddie Hearn thing. This is an Adam Booth thing, because as Iron Kong just said, his fighting. I think no one was surprised, to be honest. If you watch Kelly's last couple of fights, that low left hand, he gets hit all the time. He get that straight right over that low left hand that he's got. He gets hit all the time. In his last fight, the first round, he got hit loads in the first round. He started showboat and he got punched up again in the first round. So I think we all seen this coming. So this is on Josh Kelly and Adam Booth, and he needs to leave Adam Booth. Because Adam Booth he's getting exposed left, right, and center. All his fighters are getting put down.
I think AR is saying that
hold on, EJ.
I think he's saying that Kelly's surrounded by yes men, and you can't really knock Eddie Hearn, because the one thing that he does that a lot of these other promoters don't do is he has faith in management and fighters when they say I'm ready. And he gives them the opportunity to do it, whether he believes it or not. He like, all right, well then I'll let you do it. Some of these other promoters don't even do that, right? So we don't even get those fights because they want to keep that. They want to keep milking that cow for as long as they can before, and then they marinate. And I think Black talks about that a lot. And the marination process be way too long, and then that beef spoils. So I don't really knock Eddie for it.
Nah, he made a good point. He do what the other promoters, a lot of other promoters won't do.
So Conor Benn was there ringside, So, in the question is, so do you see Conor Ben fighting Josh Kelly or Ananias and winning? Because I don't see him beating either one, and that I don't see him beating either one. I don't know why he ringside. Josh Kelly, that would have been disastrous for Conor Ben. And there's another guy who ain't done British.
Sloth from the Goonies. Damn.
Who is Conor Ben's trainer? Who's his handle?
Sims. Sims.
Yeah, Sims.
Sims, isn't it?
Do you think Conor Ben, because Conor Ben has even less of an amateur experience than Josh Kelly, so
yeah, he does.
Do you think Conor Ben then is overachieving, or is he being moved better? Because he fought Formella and he roughed up Formella, and Sean Porter didn't really rough up Formella. So
who fought for a medal?
Formella.
No, Formella.
Oh, Formella. I don't know.
So he roughed up Formella, and Sean Porter didn't really rough up Formella, but Conor
Ben has been moved better.
Porter boxed pretty good against him.
Yeah, but
he just couldn't drop him or stop him.
Conor was running up on Formella, like roughing him up. I was like, I didn't expect that, because before he looked really rough. He didn't look so good, but in the Formella fight, he looked much improved, right? So I'm wondering, like, is it just how these guys are being moved? So, Josh Kelly was pushed up really fast. Conor Ben is kind of coming through a bit slower. So, what do y'all think about that? How the two fighters are being moved?
Damn, EJ want to sip his OJ.
No, I can say something, but every time I say something, hold up.
Yeah, I was just waiting for someone to say.
No.
Go ahead, I go on it. You ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say, bro. You ain't gonna like what I'm gonna say. I want your opinion. But I'll tell you right now, that guy, Formella, whatever, it was probably jet lagged. That's what probably happened to him. That's what they do. You see, the thing is, listen, I'm trying to tell you ain't gonna like it. I'm trying to tell you, listen, I know this stuff, The thing is, yeah, when I tell you stuff, when I'm telling you this stuff there's tactics they use over here in the UK. And I know this because when Vivian Harris came over here to fight, Junior Witter, they did it. They put you in, when you come over probably 2 weeks, yeah, you go in a hotel, you're obviously isolated because of the corona situation, no training preparation, you're jet lagged. When you come over there, he didn't perform. He ain't the same guy who fought Sean Porter. And obviously Conor Ben obviously did what he did. Now Conor Ben knows, because Eddie Hearn said after the fight, I'm not even putting Conor against any of them two. He wasn't gonna, you know what I mean? It was just to keep Conor names there. Like, Conor ain't beating no Josh Kelly even now, bro, and he ain't gonna beat no Adamician. I wouldn't even, bro, if he get killed, and they don't want to put him against Florian Markin either. You know what I mean? Like Conor Ben, yeah, Conor Ben really should be a lightweight, but he can't make the weight no more, so they've moved him up to welterweight. He ain't got no power. Nothing like that. That's what it is. I'll just tell you the truth. And when I got Eddie Hearn, yeah, right, there's you can critique and like, guys. Most of the stuff I'm saying about Eddie Hearn, it comes across that I dislike him, but it's hard to judge that when he's doing so much good things for British boxing. But you do good things and you do bad things, you need to be critiqued. But I'm the probably the only one who does it. I can't be sitting here saying this guy is great, but I'm just saying the mistakes are there. And the matchmaking is one of them. And also, it's also building guys up. Now, like I said to you, when you win the British, you have to defend the belt a couple of times as well. So that's all I got to say about them things there. But anyway, Iron Kong, Dark Horseman, my man A-Abs, and the chat. Y'all appreciate letting me come over. I'll just listen in. Thanks for letting me come over. Take care, Iron Kong.
My guy EJ was in, and my guy EJ is out. Subscribe to EJ. Any man gone? Subscribe to EJ Boxing Live. I think that's his name over here. You know what I mean? EJ Boxing Live. Subscribe to my guy EJ, man. Black, Ahabs, and 1-2 Kid, you're still here. Let's go. I see Champ Ross saying, look at Valdez. He won Saturday night, and not even 24 hours. He ducking smoke from someone else at 1:30. Makes no sense. What did I miss?
Who he ducking, Champ?
I don't know. What happened?
Let's go, Champ. Who was he ducking, Champ?
Champ Ross, you still here? What happened? Is it the Stevenson fight? What happened?
Oh, he did call him out. He called out Shakur, so
who? Valdez?
Back out of that. Yeah.
Oh.
He did. I was shocked. I was like, oh, okay. Now he want to fight him now.
Tony Review says Valdez beat Stevenson.
What?
Tony Review says Valdez beat Stevenson. It's too big of a jump up.
So
Yeah,
Shakur
I agree.
going facing Valdez is it too big of a step up for Shakur?
Apparently, that's what I read from Tony Review. So,
Tony, Tony be needing to hit these links sometimes. You know,
hey Tony, they said to
I, th-
come
I,
defend your position, bro. Go ahead,
sometimes.
Abs.
I think Shakur, if Shakur jumps up to fight Valdez next, it's a sticky one for him because he needs some tougher fights where guys are gonna throw back at him and make him think. In his last fight, that guy was just a punching bag, and he did get hit a couple of times by an uppercut and a right hand as well, which snapped his head back. But obviously Shakur is an amazing talent, got silver medal, but from what I've seen on Saturday, Valdez has been in some wars. Had a broken jaw, broken
Yeah.
ribs. I think like that's a man. Like he's ready for it. Shakur, he's a bit slender. I think he just needs a bit more fights to toughen him up. Then he's gonna take it.
I can say Valdez has taken more punishment between the two guys. And I'm not a manager, Iron Cone. So hey, if Shakur feel he ready, hey, get your ass in there. You know what I mean? If he get his ass whooped, he get his ass whooped by Valdez. But he might
Hey,
be
that's
great.
all, man.
He might prove to be ready for Valdez and anybody else after that. You know, so I'm not gonna be like, no, man. He need to get some more man strength or he need to get some more fights in. He was already mandatory to the dude in the last division. Now he's number one to him
Yeah, that's
again.
true.
Like, how long else we gonna wait? So
Now I'm
if you
just
number
breaking
one, that
down the
means
fight.
it's go time. It's championship time. So I ain't got no problem
Yeah,
with Shakur.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's
it's time
true.
to get that.
I'm
I
just
don't
breaking
feel
down how
that
the
that
fight's gonna go.
Valdez. I don't feel that Valdez definitely got the better resume.
Yeah.
Valdez
Yeah.
basically been in there with tougher competition. I totally get it, but he did have a guy with no legs in front of him, and
Yeah.
I
True.
mean, and the guy's
Well, that
speed
sound like an excuse though, right?
that guy's speed, it was nothing. So I mean, don't get me wrong, the power is
Oh, I know
definitely
what you're
there,
saying.
but I mean, if you're gonna fight a guy like Shakur, he's gonna have to cut the ring off. He's gonna have to do a bunch of things. You know what I mean? Like he did have a guy standing in front of him. I'm not saying it wasn't a great win. I mean, obviously it was. It surprised
Different style.
everybody. It was
Yeah.
fantastic W, bigger W than Shakur ever had. But he's
Right.
gonna have a different animal in front of him. And Shakur going to have a different animal in front of him. So it makes for a great fight. And the only reason I said yesterday that it should probably wait just one fight is just so it would build up just a little bit. A little marination ain't bad, especially for two great young fighters like that. I think that it would basically benefit both of them. But
Mhm.
I mean, if he does have the ranking and he feels he's ready, just like I was saying about Eddie Hearn, then throw him in there. Throw these guys in there if they want it. If they want the smoke, then let it happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my take on it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, as long as the marinating don't turn into okay, shit. Well, I got another fight lined up, so we'll wait 2 fights. All right, 3 more fights, and then it's like sometimes the marinating go from 1 fight to 2, 3, 4, and next thing you know, it's like that fight is not even talked about. You know what I mean? No more. A bunch of
Facts.
stupid shit on
And
social
and
media.
don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm not saying taking anything away from Valdez because he helped those slow legs get even slower with them shots. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, he had that dude looking like his lower half was 90 years old, man. That shit was bad, man. He put the bees to that guy. He's sharp. He punches hard, and he
Shout out
moved up in
to
weight and did it. So I'm taking nothing away from Valdez by any way, shape, or form.
Reynoso and Gatorade, keeping them hydrated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, Haplo, yeah, you goddamn right. We start early, bro, because I gotta do this before people start coming into my office. All right, I don't want nobody in here. I lock my office door, and yeah, man,
You lock your
that's how we're
doors.
going. Yeah, I don't want nobody here with me when I'm doing this.
That's
You
what's
know what I
up.
mean? So I'm saying though, man, Josh Kelly lost, but y'all not gonna hype up none of your favorite fighters, just because the guy tried and failed. Some of you dudes out here, I'm a pay-per-view star. I'm A shy.
Yeah.
I'm A shy. What? You A-side. What you drag up another 126 pounder, another, you know, I mean, to fight you. Now all these, it's 6 here. Haplo, where are you? 6. Where Haplo live?
6 a.m. He in Cali, California.
Oh, in Cali. Oh, damn. You just waking up.
He's barely waking up.
You ain't get your coffee or nothing, Haplo. Shit.
He making it right as you speak. He really getting like barely getting up. Shout out to the Cali subs, man. Haplo.
Hey, yo, but what do y'all think about Bob Arum pretty much threatening Teofimo with this fight with Josh Taylor? Mind you, he never promised him to fight, but he's now in the public saying, oh, well, if Teofimo want to go down the route of letting people bid on his fight, just remember that there's a possibility of a Josh Kelly fight. Josh Kelly, Jose Ramirez fight on the horizon. It's like he's threatening the man. The man trying to go to purse bid to see if he can get a couple more dollars. Bob Arum threatening him. Just like how he threatened Eddie Hearn, that if you bid on a fight, it could affect the Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua fight. What's up with this man, man?
Oh, shit.
What's up with this guy?
God damn.
He might make him undisputed, and then he bounces on his ass. It might backfire and go right in his face. You never know, man. You know what I'm saying? Bob might shoot himself in the foot.
This type of stuff right here, man. Bob playing hardball like that. Damn.
Bob gotta chill.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bob don't give a fuck anymore.
Bitter motherfucker.
Bob the bitter
But
boxing promoter.
I don't get it, because Bob's talking about this purse bid might affect the AJ Fury talks, but AJ Fury is gonna make like 10 times what Tio Cambosis is gonna make. So why is he even comparing the two?
Yeah, Bob would be stupid to not make that fight happen. All the money that's gonna be generated from that.
Let me show you the quote. Go ahead, 1-2K. Go ahead.
Bob mad because he getting exposed that he cheap as shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. He just an old bitter motherfucker, you know, and he getting at these whippersnappers, man. That's it.
There it is.
The promoter and the other side is adversary. In this case, for some reason, fighter who's promoted by us and the other fighter colluded together to see if they can get the most money. They didn't do anything illegal, but it was not a wise thing, in my opinion. Looking at the long picture, if anybody should be pissed, it should be us, because that's not the way a fighter deals with his promoter. TFABO. That will come about when we have Ramirez versus Taylor and we're looking for an opponent for the winner. That's when the chickens come home to roost. Dizam.
What do y'all think about that, man?
Hey, man. Just an angry motherfucker. But we heard what he said about Bud. We heard what he's saying about Teofimo. We see how he moving the careers. He down in his own fighters. You know what I mean? When these guys want to make big things happen, when Teofimo wanted Lomachenko, he couldn't get him when he actually wanted him, so he had to go a certain route to do it. And then when he finally did get that opportunity, he threw Lomachenko in the ring, so dude couldn't even really celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just a dude just saying, you know what, man, fuck Bob.
Hey, so staying on the Teofimo topic real quick, what does Bob want him to do? Like, what if Bob decision? Like, who does he want him to face that will be?
He wants that Loma rematch.
A Loma rematch? That's
yeah. He mentioned it on Barbershop
for Teofimo, because Teofimo like, fuck Bob, I'm trying to do my own shit, but Bob seemed like he's somewhere else with it. Like, nah, I really want you to do this, but what is that? If he don't want him to fight Cambosis, guess if it's not Haney, who is supposed to be? Who is the ideal opponent for Teofimo Lopez and Bob Arum eyes?
I don't know.
What he said on Barbershop. Oh, go.
No, go ahead, Ayabs. Go ahead. You're the guest. Go ahead.
What he said on Barbershop was ideally he wanted a Loma rematch, and then if Loma wins, he wanted a trilogy, which is just weird to me.
So
because Loma's not even making money like that.
1.5 to each fighter all the way. That dude just trying to, and he would have gave him dirt cheap money to get in there and mix it up again. And I mean, that's all it is.
Teofimo be just doing what the fuck he's told, though. Like, just, you know, hey, how
Bob
many?
got
3
Bob
years
got Bob got Teofimo for the cheap, and he want to keep him on the cheap,
Yeah,
right?
or the
that's what
low,
I
right?
think.
For the low.
For the low.
He got him on a discount. Yeah, and
Yeah.
he trying to keep that discount, and he like, nah, fuck that. I'm getting paid. I'll still be under your banner, but I'm gonna get
So,
paid regardless. And it's gonna look bad if you ain't paying me. And that's the whole thing, is he ain't paying them. And he's
but it's
complaining
like
about
he
paying them.
under contract, and it's like, okay, you beat Tiafimo. I mean, you beat Lomachenko. Your ego can go to whatever, be $1 billion ego if you want to, but that don't mean that you can just demand what you think you deserve just
Well,
because of
Black. Well, Black.
you gotta.
My thing is, if a man has an ego, right? Cool. He says, "Look, man, you're not offering me enough. I think I'm worth more. Let it go to purse bids. Let me see what other people think of me, because this could
Right.
backfire on Teofimo,
It
right?
could.
But
Yeah.
he's like, I'm a gamble, right? I think I'm worth more. Let me see what other people think of me. Let me see.
Right,
What
but he
Bob?
gambling
But
is on himself.
Right,
So
he
that's a good
gambling.
thing. Right.
But
Right.
in a sense, though, you still got a contract with Bob Aaron with Top
Yeah, for
Rank.
3 years.
You know what I'm saying? How does that your relationship going forward? You can do that in one action, right? But you still got 3 years with them. So I'm looking at that. Like, is that smart? Are you really just allowing your ego to just take over in a situation? You still got to deal with Bob Aaron. You still got to deal
Yeah,
with Top
but
Rank.
but but the thing about it is this: Bob out there lying to the public saying that he ain't making no money on these fighters, and these other promoters and networks are saying we'll make plenty of money off him, and we'll pay him this amount because he deserves it. They believe in him more than his own promoter. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just smoke and mirrors with Bob so that he ain't got to pay these guys and he can keep extra 2 mil in his pocket for each one of the fights. I think it's just smoke and mirrors, and it's the way that he played the game for years, and he thinks it still works. And now with these purse bids and people saying, "Look, I have an opportunity out here for these people to make money, and they believe they'll make money off of me, and they're willing to pay me
What's
what
the
I'm
best
worth."
money fight he can make for Teofimo Lopez right now?
Who, Bob?
Yeah,
Haney.
Haney.
I would have to say the undisputed, because I mean, if whether Ramirez or Taylor pulls it off, there's a hell of a following for both of those guys.
Yeah,
You
but
got UK or Mexico.
the problem is, if it's the Haney fight, that fight ain't gonna do nothing, or them two ain't gonna get the money unless it's on the zone. That's why Bob.
Yeah.
That was one of the big reasons why Bob got the franchise. He didn't want to get into no bidding war with Eddie Hearn and the zone because he knew Eddie Hearn would pay. I'm gonna pay for this fight. You know what I'm saying? And if Eddie Hearn is going to pay, it's gonna force Bob to pay, right? Because he knew Eddie's like, look, I'm gonna pay, so you're gonna have to come bigger, and that benefits the fighter. Bob Arum don't want that. He don't want to go to purse bids because he know Eddie Hearn gonna come with a big bid, and it's gonna force him, Bob Arum, to put up that money, and he don't want to.
Right.
Right.
And Eddie gonna promote it too, though. You know, Eddie gonna promote it. He ain't gonna rely on a network to just promote it like ESPN. Right. He's gonna go out there and push it. He gonna buy commercials. He gonna try to invest in himself and invest in Teofimo to get a return on his money. See, Bob don't like doing that. He like, ESPN got this. Oh, the fighter got this, and I got this money.
Wow.
That's all he doing, man.
Easy.
Yup.
Oh,
strategic.
Yep. Who was Cambosos with?
I don't know, man. Some people in Australia, I guess.
I'm saying, like, what side of who is he with? Who promotes him? All that? He just with some different people or something? Because he's not like
he's just Australian.
Oh, okay.
He fought an Eddie Hearn show, and then he's mandatory now, but he's not with nobody. I don't think he's with ESPN or nothing like that. Or
So he ain't like Top Rank. He not no PBC. He ain't no motherfucking Matchroom. Okay.
No, none of that.
On the outskirts somewhere. All right. But hey, that's interesting, man, with the situation. I think that when you said that AOBs about the Lomachenko shit, that might be kind of what Bob Arum want. because that's in house.
Yeah.
They can make the money with the rematch. It'll probably do good numbers again. I mean, but who wants to see that again?
Hey,
Yeah.
give me 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Give me 5 minutes.
Because
Right. I
Bob
mean, is
loves his
anybody really
in-house
screaming?
rematches.
Say again?
Pacquiao Bradley. Bob loves his in-house rematches. Pacquiao Bradley fought 3 times. He loves keeping that money in-house and just
Fact.
rematching.
Facts. Yeah, the Bradley we seen Pacquiao and Ramirez, not Ramirez, excuse Marquez, 4 motherfucking
Yeah,
times,
yeah.
shit. So,
But no, you
we
made a
see
good
that.
point yesterday. You made a good point yesterday about how much. Let's be honest. How much does Tio want to get paid? Like, this is a mandatory that no one knows, and
Hmm.
you got to think about it. This is a mandatory. It's a purse bid. There's not going to be a
Hmm.
purse bid for his next fight. So what's he going to do in his next fight? He's going to have to take that mandatory minimum if he pisses Bob off.
Mm. Yeah, it's a very, very strange. Like, I'll be looking at the situation with him. I'm like, I'm a little confused. Like, what is he doing? I see what Bob. Bob is Bob, but Tiafimo seems like he's in a rough spot, and
Yeah,
I get it. He feel he deserves more. He's a great promoter. He's a great fighter. All of that, but he's still in like a lot of the other people that had to deal with Bob Arum shit. That's like great fighters. They're either at the tail end of their contract or already gone.
yeah.
See what I'm saying? And this dude got still 3 more years
Yeah,
to deal with this motherfucker when everybody else is pretty much done with Bob Arum. Like, man, whatever.
I get
Yeah.
your point,
He's
Black. I mean, look what
trapped.
he did to Mikey. He put
Yeah.
him on the
Yep.
shelf for 2 years,
A
man.
great
Like,
fighter though, right?
yeah,
Mikey's a great fighter. And we seen like he don't give a really a shit about your ego or what you think you deserve or whoop de whoop. You better
yeah.
figure it out if
And
you're gonna
that's when he
cause.
was on the top of his game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And when he was bringing bells, and he just basically froze this dude out and just had him in court and just drew that shit out in litigation. Paid money, put money just to prove a point. You know what I mean? Just to drag that shit out. And that's the one issue that may come about this. And I think you might be right about the whole ego thing. And that was something that I was talking about prior to the fight. I was like, I hope dude don't get
Yeah.
acclimated to his ego
Yep.
after
Yeah.
this big W. And I'm like, but at the same time, I do understand. I mean, you got to stand up for yourself, though. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I get it, but it might hurt his career.
Yeah.
I
You
think
did
Tio
say that
talks too
online.
much.
I remember that shit. And what'd you say? Go ahead, bro.
I think he talks a bit too much. Like, obviously, shout out for the win. You beat Komi, you beat Nakatani, you beat Loma, which no one, well, I didn't think you were gonna win. So obviously that's a huge win. You're the man. But at the same time, you got to think about your career, mate. You got 3 years left on your contract.
Three
You want to
years.
go up to 140, and you want to fight um the winner of Taylor Ramirez, who are both with Bob Arum. So what are you gonna do with your career?
Mm.
And I guarantee you, Bob's already on it. Like
Yep.
let's fucking give this dude the twists and turns and shit, and have this motherfucker jumping through
Hmm.
hoops and everything.
Yep.
See you in
Like
court, motherfucker. Like,
Tiafimo playing with one that's been doing this shit for a long time. So yeah, I don't know, man. I kind of feel bad. He in a rough situation, but like Boxer Finesse says, Tiafimo will get screwed over, especially signed for another 3 years. Bob really wants to rematch with Loma more than anything. That's the plan. That's what I'm thinking that is really what Bob want because that's
But
in-house
why?
money, huh?
But why? Lomachenko don't make no money for that, man.
Yeah. Why does he love him so much? I don't understand.
Because hey, but that's a different topic though. You already know that's a different topic right there. Why does he love him that much, man? Hey, come on, man. That's that complexion connection shit. But
Oh,
Yeah.
the complexion for affection.
yeah,
I agree. I agree.
he meets the complexion for the connection and gives that man his erection. Excuse me, we're gonna get into a different topic, but that motherfucker Bob Arum, we see the type of stuff that he do and the type of game that he playing. But he ain't the one to be played with. Tiafimo is
yeah,
in a rough
unfortunately,
situation.
he'll put more money into a guy to ruin their career than he will to build it.
Just off the petty, bruh.
Haplo says, I think Bob did Rigo worse than anyone else, and that's a big statement. Ooh.
Oh, Rigo too. I forgot.
Oh yeah. Right after the fight, he was like, he won.
We seen Walters, Rigo. Who else got done? Dirty under him.
The Great White Hope.
He called Rigo boring right after the fight.
Oh my God.
Right after the W, he was like, buddy is boring. I was like, what the fuck, man? This is your fighter. Yeah. So I guess there could be some truth to what the fuck Black is saying about the connection. Because geez.
All y'all gotta do is look at it, What's
Yeah.
understood ain't gotta be talked about. It's right there in front of your face.
Bob Arum seems to beef with a lot of his fighters. He just beefs with everybody. He don't care about nobody. He beefs with everybody. That's why I understand why y'all keep signing with this man. Like, what?
That's why he really didn't.
Because I think the flip side to that is the opportunities that you receive. Problem is you don't get paid for those opportunities. You'll get the titles, but you ain't gonna get title money. You'll get the shots because this dude's like old money deep into the sanctioning bodies. So you'll get the title shots and you'll get the big fights, but he's gonna jump change you. But yeah, look at everybody from Oscar De La Hoya to Manny Pacquiao to fucking Floyd Mayweather to Mikey Garcia, Bud Crawford now, and Teofimo. Like, look how he been shucking and jiving these motherfuckers this whole time, man.
Yep.
And as soon as they shook them, man, did they skyrocket. But unfortunately, it took some time where they weren't in the ring.
Yeah. And
he been knocking all three of them ever since they left him. He been tarnishing their names.
Yeah. Bitter, man.
Like I'm surprised they never hit him for defamation.
Bitter.
Because this motherfucker, he's greedy. He's this. It's like greedy. I know this motherfucker ain't calling nobody greedy.
But I'm saying though, man, before I wrap up, I want y'all to stop hyping up your favorite fighter based on somebody else's trial and failure. Okay, I don't like that shit. I don't like when y'all make it look like what they would do, what they are, whatever. Okay, tell your fighter to actually do something, and then we can judge it. Okay, Josh Kelly ain't that good a fighter, but Josh Kelly tried, and that's all you can do in this fight game. You tried, and all you can do is fail. And what you do now, you take a step back. But I agree, man. Josh Kelly might need to move on from Adam Booth. That dude, look, I don't think that style fits him at all. At all. Okay? But that's all from me on this for today. Black, AOBS, 1-2 Kid. Y'all closing statements. Black, go first.
Hey, man, thanks for having me on. Shout out to 1-2 Kid, AOBS, for the first time jumping on. Hey, this is the first time you ever jumped on anybody live?
I'm telling you.
No, I'll be on EJ's live. Because it's UK time, innit? It's just a bit better for me to get on. Because I usually listen to you guys when I'm at work. Well, I'm at work now, but there's no one around. So yeah, I usually listen to you guys when I'm at work.
I want to say shout out to AOBS. Good hearing from you today, man. And everybody in the live chat and also in the playback, man. Y'all be safe today.
Yeah. Hey, hold on, Black.
Yeah.
I see a few people doing the show. Apparently, it's the anniversary of Wilder Fury too. Is it?
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me ask y'all something quickly before we leave. I got an American and a UK guy here. What was y'all impressions? What y'all remember about that fight? What do y'all remember about the fight and the ending? Black, go first.
The first thing that come to mind was the syrup leaking out of his ear. When Fury hit him with the right hand, and just the way he was looking at the referee, looking at Breland. His facial expression when he was looking at Breland, you know what I'm saying? When he stopped the fight, like, huh? Why would you? What did we talk about? Nah, you know what I mean? So shit like that. This is a very ugly scene. It's stained in my memory. You know what I mean? So that's what I can recall as an American citizen is the disgust, during Black History Month that I had a witness of that event.
What the fuck? 1-2 Kid, go ahead, man.
Man, all I remember is Megatron losing.
Megatron.
That was it, man. That dude came in looking like I don't know what that was. I think Black said it best. He looked like a chess piece. I was
Rook.
your Brooke and shit. I was like with glowing eyes. I was like, what's going on? I'm like, all right, all right, cool, dope. Then it went out the way it did, and then all the controversy came after, man. All the horse shit came right after that shit. And that's about it. But like Black was saying, it's nice to see that we could put a voice to AOBs now instead of just being in the chat and represent the UGC all day. TAC, that Truth Hurts crew, underground community. And shout out to Iron Kong, man. Peace, man. And thanks for having me. Always a pleasure being on your panel.
Hey man, hey Obbs, go ahead. From the UK perspective, Tyson Fury versus Wilder 2 anniversary was yesterday. What was it like for you as a UK guy? I don't know if you're a Tyson Fury fan, but a UK guy watching Tyson Fury do that.
Well, the whole Wilder Fury saga is very difficult for me because I'm not a Tyson Fury fan at all, but I also do not like Wilder. So I wanted both of them to lose. But from the fight, all I remember the S&M outfit that Wilder wears. Yeah, I don't know what that had to do with Black History Month, but it is what it is. Just remember that suit was made by two homos. Just remember that. And,
white homos.
Exactly. They weren't even black. But Wilder was getting hit with 1-2 so easy, no defense. He was moving from one rope, and then he would move, lay on another rope, and then move and lay on the other rope, and he was just getting beat all over the ring. I've rewatched that fight maybe 10 times. I love every minute of it because he took so much shit when AJ lost, and I won't forget that. So I was just happy to see him get his comeuppance. He said the guy couldn't punch. He said he wasn't scared of the guy. He was going to knock the guy out on Black History Month. It all came back to haunt him. And I'm sad that AJ didn't do it, but we got him out of it. We got him out of it.
Yeah, shout out
and
to
also
White too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Go
I was
ahead,
gonna say it's been it's good to get on your panel for the first time. I think I'm subscribed to all you guys, 1-2 Kid, Black, and obviously Iron Kong. I listen to you guys when I'm at work. So it's been good jumping on the panel with you guys.
Hey, also too, before we go, man, Dylan White's laugh. I want to just throw that out. I remember that too.
Yeah, man. That was epic. That was like, that summed it all up. He was like, it was so bad. He couldn't help himself. Like, that summed up the whole thing, man. Basically, like, it didn't go his way.
Yep.
Hell of a clip.
Yeah, man. Hey.
Summed up that UK got the last laugh because Deontay Wilder, the American, was on some duck shit. So, but yeah,
Undisputed is in the UK now.
Oh man, who would have thought? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? You know what I'm saying? But hey, yo, man, all I remember about the Wilder Fury 2 fight was I went to sleep, and when I woke up, I remember Black and them gone live. It was like pandemonium because Tyson Fury had knocked Deontay Wilder, stopped Deontay Wilder. And there are people who are no longer, around the UGC or whatever. And people were just bugging, like they can't believe it, right? And I was like, well, what the fuck happened? Like, I had to go back and look for like clips. I don't know what happened. And I was like, wow, he really stopped. He really did walk this man down. That's when I said, you know what? Tyson Fury, if he says because he said he gonna walk up on Anthony Joshua. People saying he won't, I think he will. I don't have no reason to disbelieve this man. I don't have no reason to doubt him. He gonna try and walk down Anthony Joshua and bully him first. If he can get it done, he gonna get it done. I just remember thinking, Deontay Wilder, as one of y'all said, he talks so much shit about Joshua and all that. And I kept thinking, like, I'm finally gonna get to see Undisputed. Because I knew if he won that fight, I would never see a heavyweight Undisputed fight. In my young age still, I will never see it. So when he won, I was like, yes, I'm going to see heavyweight Undisputed. That was the first start because I knew Tyson Fury would fight Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? But that's all for me, man. Want y'all to have a nice day. Take care, y'all. Say, hey, Black man, you know, I started off by saying I hope y'all salted your driveways. Hope y'all ran the Zamboni.
This shit melted now, man. We good. It was hot. We got the same weather as you, probably.
Ran the Zamboni across the street. Yeah, man. You know, I pray for you, boss. I pray for you, boss. You know what I'm saying.
Prayers answered. We it's dry, man. Everything is melted. Thank you. Father has answered up above. Goddamn.
Hey, y'all have a nice day, man. Peace out. If anyone y'all have lives, I'll jump on and listen, man. Peace.
All right, thanks, man. Peace out.
Thank y'all to everybody who came on in the chat. Hey, Santos, you came on late, bro. My bad, man. Woo Doc, you came on late too. But thank y'all very much. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. The man told the truth. He told the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I want to thank y'all for coming on. Haplo. Hope you got your coffee, bro, and some tostones, whatever that was, tostones. Boxing Finesse was on, the King of London himself. Tony Reviews, the guy who works out and talks boxing. Who else was on with me? Rafi, Boxing God, New Orleans in the house. Champ Ross. EJ came on. Madden Machine came through. Show some love. Justin Trouble. Hey, man, y'all have a nice day. Take care of yourself. And again, you know, just stay indoors if you don't need to go outside. Peace.